All right. Hey, everybody. RV Enthusiast here. Nice seeing you again. Hey, we have a great e-bike unboxing today. So PUCKIPUPPY reached out to me and asked if I would like one of their bikes. I looked at their bikes and I fell in love with the BOXER ST. That's not standard BOXER. That's a step-through BOXER. So I already cut the front open so I could kind of take a quick peek at it. Let's just do the full unboxing and we'll show you what we got. And there we go, guys. Beautiful yellow e-bike. Now I'm going to take it apart a little differently than I have in the past. Now I've done it like this before, but I'm going to start cutting this open and we'll see what we have. We'll assemble it and then we'll do a first look on it. I'm not going to do the full review. That'll come in a week. And then after that, I'll wait a while and I'll do a follow-up video on it. So that's the plan for this bike. The box came in immaculate shape, a little cut here. Looks like a tie strap maybe from the ship or something, I don't know, or from the container it was in. Very nicely put together, double staples everywhere. That's why I cut it open. It was pretty hard to get these staples out. So I'm like, well, I'll just cut it open. All right, let's get started and see what we got. It's a very well-built box. And you can see the way it comes together. It's put together really nice, actually. Not too much foam. All this is the type of foam I cannot really recycle in Oregon, but that's okay. By the way, the company that recycles in Oregon has, they did that for 5 years. They said it was a 5-year experiment. It showed that it could work. They said they were going to put 5 others in the country, but they closed ours, so we can't recycle styrofoam anymore. We will look what's in the accessory box shortly. We just kind of want to get it out. And this is the only bike. I've received well over 40 bikes. Only bike that came with a cover. We got another box here. Also, this bike comes without fenders. I told them that with where I live, it'll take me a little while longer to get my third ride on it or my second ride because we are running into our rainy season. They said no problem, and they sent me fenders, $80 fenders. And hopefully, I haven't seen a tag on those. Hopefully those will come out soon. This is a lot of bike for that price, guys. You'll be surprised everything that this bike has for that price. Does come with a kickstand, but you'll have to put the 2 bolts in to hold it up, to put the kickstand on. I do know most of the specs on this bike, but as I unbox, because I speed parts of it up or I'll eliminate spots of it, I'm not going to tell you about that because it's just going to get told to you again as we get it put together. But it's a nice bike. And real quick, the company did a really good job following up on emails when it's being delivered, how it's being delivered. They even said, hey, it was delivered. So they did a really good job of tracking it for me. I track it really closely, but they did a great job of tracking it as well. And I've had smaller bikes with more packing. So the packing strategy they use, really good. They pack the screws right along with the kickstand. So when you take the foam off, make sure you don't throw those 2 screws away. All right. right, that's all the packing material except for what's on the handlebars. Oh, one more, I missed one right here. All right, looks really good. So you notice this is a soft tail. So we've got a suspension that comes from the front to the back. That's pretty nice. Haven't seen it designed like that. And we have some cutouts here that look really good. It gives a lot of nice look to the bike. It does have a single chain guard. Single chain guard, not a big deal. But it looks great. Looks great. Oh, something else I hadn't seen on a lot of these. We got a couple of bosses here for your water bottle. I haven't seen that on this style in a long, long time. So very surprised it's got bosses. I don't know if I have another one that has a 20 amp battery or even a 15 amp battery below. Any that have a battery below that has these bosses here. Yeah. And I took the cover off thinking, well, I'm going to tell you about this, but I told you about the bosses. A little bit of design in the seat. Let's see. See the design? Very nice. Has the vent in the middle here, so you can, actually this is kind of for men, it's a relief for your going numb down there. So with this, it helps the numbness, but the little pads are very nice. This is a very nice looking seat, actually. Very nice looking seat. Looking forward to getting a couple of rides on that. Beautiful, beautiful made bike. Also, another thing this has, it's got a label on the rim. It's called Turn, T-U-R-N. So the wheel right here, it's just a label, but at least they used a branded Turn rim. As for the tire, it says something, Black Cat. Black Cat tires. We'll get a couple of pictures of those and show you what those are all about. Very nice tire. Yeah, things I haven't seen on other bikes like this too is it's like a car tire, like they labeled it. All right, so now I've got things off I want off. I'm going to put the kickstand on, so I'm going to tip it on its side because I don't want to lay it on the ground. It's kind of like the kids these days really like that soft coat versus the real shiny stuff. You know, us old people like the shiny stuff, but the young people like the coat, so this is the perfect bike for them, but it's a very, very pretty. Okay, once I get this done, we'll stand it back up, and then we'll proceed. So this bike has Logan brakes, very nice brakes, but because it has hydraulic brakes, we have to take the spacer out of the front brake to put the tire on. So don't squeeze those brakes. It's best probably to keep that covered up right now. Now I've put a few of these on. Those bolts went in kind of nice and snug, so it means they painted it after they bored the holes and made the threads for the holes. Kind of nice because the bolts went in kind of stiff, and I know it's locked in really good, so very nice there. Yes, it is an adjustable kickstand, so if we need to, we can adjust that. Now I think I'm just going to tip it upside down and put the tire on because I've already got it halfway down. I usually don't put it on like that. I usually just stand the bike up and shove it in, but because I've already laid it down, just so you see, this has a little red spacer in it. Pull it out. It's okay, it goes on the ground, it's garbage. But don't pull your brakes until you get your tire on and spaced in there. So we'll take the travel spacer out. All right, from there, we just pick the tire up, we take it, slide it down in, make sure we go in between the caliper right there, and there we go. Now, that's on. I'm gonna back you up a little bit here. Now we'll put this on. So there's a hole, if you look. Here's the lock-in washer, you put that on. Make sure it goes in the hole. Then it has another washer. And then it has the bolt. This bolt has a cover on it. I didn't take the cover off, but that's okay, I'll take it off in a minute. We'll screw that down. And now we'll grab the other bolt and do the same thing to this side. All right, over here, same thing. Got a lock washer, it goes on. Make sure you get it in the hole down below. So if the wheel falls off or starts coming loose, that holds it into space so it don't come totally off on you. It's just a backup safety mechanism. Okay, so now I'm going to tighten this up, then I'll flip the bike back over. And we'll have the kickstand on and the front wheel on, and we're set to work on the top half. Now we're going to tighten this up. And snug this one up. Okay, now we're going to flip the bike up right side up, and we're ready to move on. All right, now we're going to put the pedals on. I'm going to put the left pedal on first. Left pedal goes counterclockwise. Now we'll move to the right pedal. Right pedal goes clockwise. All right, now we're going to move up to the handlebars. All right, after I loosen these, I move this tire to where it's sitting straight. Now I'll just turn this around to it, like so. And I'll temporarily tighten them because now I need to put the handlebars on, but this gets this fairly straight with the tire. Don't forget to straighten this all the way when you're done. All right, now we're going to put the handlebars on. Should go in fairly smooth, guys. Should go in just as smooth as that. Don't try to rush it and cross thread it. All right, guys, don't forget to go back and readjust this. Remember, we just got it on so we can put these on straight. Now, you could do it via this, but loosening this, you're loosening this whole thing. It's just easier to me. To loosen these two and make my adjustment this way. Let me get the wheel right up underneath, about right there. That looks great. I'm going to snug those up a little bit. All right, guys, to put the display on, it goes on easy enough, but the handlebars have to be exactly matched because these screws just a little on the short side. But once you get it on, these screws will tighten up just fine. Once that's on, I can tighten my handlebars back. I had to move the handlebars this way a little bit because I couldn't get this screw here to tighten. Okay, that's on. Now, all right, this is a number 5, and what I want to do is I'm just going to tighten it down a little bit just to make sure it's tight. So that's tight. I know I tightened these down before. This is a 4. So that's all tight. Now, on this thing here, they give you a little plug for that. Now that's all decorated and finished. We can take that off. Now the only other thing I want you to see, they put the keys up here. The keys are up on this. All right, so I took a bunch of photos of all this, and I'll put the photographs in here. I just kind of want to show you something. Here's the charger, air pump, tools, extra here, some tie wraps. Here's your headlight. Here's your tail light. This is the cover. They give you so much stuff with this bike. It's kind of nice. Let me show you some more stuff. Then you come over here and they give you some accessories on this bike. No one gives you free mirrors, free phone holder, water bottle holder, what is this thing called? A lock and an alarm, and a bag of treats to put it all together. They give you an awful lot with this bike. So you'll be able to go out and ride almost right away without having to do anything other than charge your battery. All right, real quick, this bike does not come with a front or a rear fender. When they sent me my media sample, I said, I'm in Oregon, and by the time I get this out, it could be raining cats and dogs here because it rains from mid-October through June. So they said, no problem, we'll send you fenders. I did get the fenders. They're back here in a box somewhere. Yeah, there's a box right over there. They're in that box. I'm gonna review the bike first because we're not raining. At least on this first look, we'll do it without the fenders. And then when I do the review, I'll have the fenders on it by then. And I just want to show you the bike as it comes from the manufacturer when you purchase it, if you don't purchase extra things like fenders and a rack. I didn't ask for a rack, don't have a rack, so we won't have a rack on this bike. All right, so the light is a very nice looking light too. Goes right here. And this is, this don't have a bolt on the back or anything. So all you do is take the bolt, it don't have a nut on the back, I'm sorry. All you do is take this bolt out, screw it back in, tighten it down. Okay, the light's on. I'm going to put mine up above. No tie strap needed. There we go. So there we go. So that's good. I haven't taken these off. We need to put the tail light on as well. Have you ever seen those little 30-second videos where someone uses a string, puts it in here, and puts it on real easy? I ought to be doing that. There we go. All right, that's on. Now I'm going to turn it around a little bit. And now the tail light's on. And this is a rechargeable tail light. It's not an integrated tail light. Sure, we wish every bike we got had everything we wanted on it. This one doesn't come with the integrated tail light, but it's a decent tail light. If you feel you just have to have one that is a brake light as well, I would recommend a surge brake light. So when you go, it doesn't do anything, but when you brake, there's a little mercury switch in there that floats to the one side and it'll surge brake you, something like that. I don't know how it works on newer stuff, but on older stuff, that's how surge brakes worked. But it's something you can think about if you got to have a brake light. All right, guys, before we charge the battery, let's just show you when you turn it on. It's the upper button to turn it on. The display, first one I've ever seen, says hello. And I've never seen one say hello. This is a very pretty display, very brilliant, very bright. But I just wanted to show you that before I charge the entire battery up again. So, looks nice. All right, guys, we got the BOXER step through out. Look how beautiful yellow it is right now. We've got it all assembled. Like I said, we don't have the fenders on it. I don't have the mirrors on it. But let's take it for a ride. We're going to put it through some paces, a first look kind of thing. And let's turn the display on here. So the display here, see, I haven't even taken that off. I got to take that off yet. Okay, so the display, you hit the power button. Display comes on. It says hello. It's waking up. There we go. Display is on. And this is a 750 watt motor. I think it has 75 Newton meters of torque. It is a fast bike from everything I've read, at least 28 miles an hour. We can go into the programming and change some stuff. I don't think you can change the fact that your throttle goes to 20 and your pedal can go to 28 plus. Anyway, the bike looks great. I haven't put any air in the tires. They're pretty solid right now anyway. I think they hold 20 pounds, but a beautiful looking bike. Like I said, and it has a 210 millimeter chain sprocket, which means probably has eliminated ghost pedaling. Tourney shifter, 7-speed freewheel, big old tires, and just a beautiful looking soft tail bike. Yeah, I haven't taken this even off yet, see? So we can take that off. There we go. And let's take it for a spin. We'll go over this. So the power's on. This is PAS 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all there is. You can go in the program into this and make it a 3 or a 5. We're going to leave it at 5. Then we can click this button. That's the headlight button. And there are the headlights. I got them pointing a little bit north. We'll lower that. There we go. That's good for now. And we will turn that off. But little hidden thing that you don't really see is right here. A very nice, soft pedestrian horn. Not going to scare a pedestrian. Car may not hear it at all. So, very nice horn. PUCKIPUPPY did a really nice job mixing really high quality components where it matters. And maybe, let's call it, going a little less expensive on some things. Just as a first look, the only thing I can say I'm kind of like, is the tail light not being a integrated tail light. But I can get over that. That is not a big deal. I've had, like I said, surge lights that work great. And if I need to put a surge light on it, I would. All right, let's get out on it. She's looking really pretty, guys.